It might not seem like it, but January is coming to a close.
This weekend is the last week in our series entitled Rules for Life. We've been talking all month about simple rules that can do a lot to help us play well and finish strong.
Following the rules is the best way to show responsibility. We define responsibility like this: showing you can be trusted with something that is expected of you.
And like always, we have a key verse that's helped us out all month in trying to learn this important truth. We've been saying it for 5 weeks now, so let's see if you guys at home can say it along with us. You ready?
Luke 16:10. Suppose you can be trusted with something very little, then you can also be trusted with something very large. Luke 16:10. So you want to check out this week's passage of Scripture?
Let's do it.
This morning, we're in the book of Ephesians. Ephesians is a letter written by the Apostle Paul. Paul traveled from city to city, teaching people about Jesus. He wrote letters to different churches to encourage them to keep living God's way.
One day, Paul was thrown into prison. And actually, this didn't just happen once. It happened a lot of different times. But this time in particular, when Paul was in jail for doing nothing more than teaching about Jesus, he decided to write a letter to the church at Ephesus to encourage them to continue to live God's way.
In verse 29, he writes this: "Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen."
Our fifth and final rule for life comes out of this verse right here. Use your words wisely. You see, words are powerful things. They can be used to encourage people and build them up.
What a great point, Josh. You really are great at teaching.
Words can also be used to hurt people and to tear them down.
Well, aren't you just so smart, you know-it-all jerk?
Do you really mean that?
No, I was just making a point for the kids at home about the dangers of words.
And that's exactly why we've got to choose our words wisely, because one wrong move can bring down a conversation or even bring down a relationship.
Like how when you pull the wrong block in a Jenga tower and the whole thing collapses?
Well, I was thinking more like when you pull the wrong spaghetti noodle and your Yeti just ruins your dinner.
What?
Oh, you know, Yeti in my spaghetti?
What in the world is that?
Yeti in my spaghetti.
Is that a game?
Is this It's not just a game. This is the greatest game. Yeti in my spaghetti. And we're gonna play it right now. So all month long we've been talking about the rules, and so obviously it wouldn't be right to play the game without reading the rules. So pay close attention and I'll read them for you. Setup. Place the bowl on a flat level surface, lay the noodles across the top of the bowl, crisscrossing random ways, and set the Yeti gently on top of the noodles. We already did all of that. There are 2 rules that you need to know. If you touch a noodle, that is the noodle that you must remove. And the second rule is this: you can use both hands to remove the noodle, but you can only use one hand at a time. The oldest player goes first, that's you. Carefully, strategically, removing a noodle by sliding, slipping, pushing, lifting, etc. Be careful not to disturb the Yeti and let him fall into the bowl. Let's play. Alright, Aiden, oldest player goes first.
Man, this is tougher than it looks.
The Yeti's gonna fall in right away.
No, 1 noodle for me. See, yeah, he picks
Look
the
at
perfect
that.
noodle.
It didn't even move the spaghetti.
Alright, if that's the game we're playing, then here.
Okay.
Se ne saluta e se ne saluta la capodia. E chiutta poi tornate poi venuta sta sempre a la capa botta torna attorno a te il cuore canta sempre.
Choose wisely.
Oh, it was not a wise decision.
Oh!
You better hang on there, Yeti man.
Can he do it? No way! The Yeti's like doing a split across 2 noodles. Okay, but one thing it does do is it frees up this one right here for me to get.
I think I'm in trouble.
This Yeti is barely hanging on. There's only 4 noodles left. Ah! Finally! I don't think I've won a game all month long, but I finally did it. Thanks to you, little Mr. Yeti. Mwah! Just like how one wrong noodle can cause the Yeti to fall in and cause a mess, one hurtful comment or rumor can really hurt a friend. When we choose our words wisely, when we use conversation wisely, then we can show that we are responsible. Now, quick, before we go, we are going to go over the 5 rules for life that we've learned this month.
Love God and love others.
Share what you have.
Work hard.
Make the most of what you've been given.
And lastly, use your words wisely.
If we live by these 5 simple rules, not only will 2021 be a great year, but the rest of our lives will be changed and shaped in a way that honors God and makes a real difference in the world around us.
Hey, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on KidzChurch Online.